All right, guys. Hey, this is Ted Wilson Jr. again, here today in a meeting with about 300 final expense agents out here today. Man, we're having a great time this meeting. And one thing, ladies and gentlemen, that we talked about in this meeting, what makes us number one and what makes you dominate your line of business. If you're in business, you want to dominate your field of business. We dominate the final expense business. We have the best final expense agents out there because one, these folks really concentrate on what they do. But number two, hey, guys, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little secret about business here, about what you can do to improve your life. You know, this meeting today was about accountability, okay? We're talking about accountability. Now, in order to succeed in business, in order to be great in business, in order to be great in life, in order to get your money right, in order to get your life right, might not be about money, might not be about materialistic stuff. That's fine. But hey, you got to start with accountability. That's what one of the topics of our meeting today. Now you got to be accountable. What's being accountable mean? You got to be accountable for your actions, and you got to be accountable for yourself. You got to be accountable for what you do. Now, let me tell you 3 ways to start to be accountable and to be successful. Get something out of the trunk of my car here, because I got to go back and speak to a lot of agents today, and I got to tell them the truth. But hey, even if you're not with Ted Wilson Jr. Group, if you're not with UBI, if you're not with one of our fine directors, let me tell you, to be accountable, you got to be accountable. How do you start being accountable in life? One, you got to eliminate about 3 or 4 things in your life. One, you got to eliminate negative thoughts about yourself, okay? I don't care if you grew up in a bad neighborhood. I don't care if you grew up without a mama and daddy. I don't care if you're sick. I don't care, man. We all dealt different cards in life. We got to stop making excuses, and we got to stop being negative about ourselves. That's the first thing. Quit limiting yourself. Quit being negative because you got dealt a bad card. Quit being negative about something that happened to you 2 or 3 years ago. Quit being negative about a circumstance that you were put in 5 years ago. You know why? Because there's not a damn thing you can do about it to change it today. Not a damn thing. Number 2, stop getting your advice from people who you want nothing from. For example, you may want a new car. There's a gentleman that works with me that has a Bentley. Okay, he just bought himself a Bentley. Now, if I want a Bentley, and just forget the car for a minute. If I want a Bentley, I'm not gonna ask the guy driving a Toyota, how do I get a Bentley? Stop taking bad information and stop getting bad advice from people who you don't want nothing from. If you want things from people, whether it's a bigger house, better finances, to learn about your finances, you know, one of my bankers, his friends, his name is Chris Lee. If I want to know something about banking and the stock market, I'm not going to ask my friend that does another job. I'm going to go ask Chris Lee what's going on over at the bank. That's number 2. Stop getting bad information. Number 3, and I challenge all of you to do this, if you are going to be successful in life, you got to eliminate all the negative people out of your life. What do I mean by that? Anybody who's negative in your life about your career, about your business, about what you're doing, if they are negative, you have got to get negative people out of your life, okay? Got to get them out of your life, especially if you're trying to do good in business. If you're trying to do something wonderful, if you're trying to achieve something in business, if you're grinding, you're out there, you're trying to make it work, you got to get negative people out of your life, man. I'm not saying that you got to kick them out of life totally. If your husband, if your wife, or your mom and dad, or somebody's negative in your life, man, you got to compartmentalize that. You got to put that aside. You know, I love my mom to death. But a lot of times my mom said, oh, Ted, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that. Okay, mom is just not a risk taker. Okay, mom just doesn't understand the insurance business. I don't kick her out of my life because she's my mom and she loves me. but I compartmentalize what she tells me when it comes to the insurance business. You got to be the same way. It's not necessarily being negative, but people are being negative. Oh, this doesn't work. That business is not going to work. Yada yada yay. Hey, you got to get that negative stuff out of your life. And the last thing is you got to stop having limited beliefs. If you're an insurance agent out there, or if you're a business owner out there, listen, you got to stop saying, I can't do this, I can't do that. Because this circumstance has been put on me. I can guarantee you, folks, that there's somebody out there, your same race, whether you're black, white, Latino, there's somebody that come from the same circumstantial neighborhood that you're from. They're the same height. They have the same health problems. They came from the same background that maybe you didn't have mom, dad, didn't have these certain things in life, and guess what? They're blowing it up and they're making it right now in the insurance business or whatever field they're in. You know why? Because they took that negative and they made it a positive, and they held themselves accountable. So that's what it's all about today. Hey, we're talking about being accountable, and I'm talking about what it takes to be successful, and we got to stop making these excuses in our life. Hey, our next episode, I'll talk to you about excuses and the professional excuse makers out there. So I'm going to get back in this meeting here. We're having a wonderful meeting today. Got about 300 agents out here today that are partnering with UBI, and it's a very exciting time. You guys have an awesome day. God bless you. We'll see you in Atlanta. Bye-bye.